SBIR stands for Small Business Innovation Research Program. And the Small Business Innovation Research Program is a government-wide program. It's administered by many different offices in the federal government. And it's designed to promote the high-risk, high-reward research that large corporations in the United States historically used to invest 10, 15, 20% of their annual budget. There was a big change in the attitude of American corporations towards technology development starting maybe 30 or so years ago, right? Prior to this time, typical large American technology companies were run by the chemists and the engineers that had come up through the ranks, okay? They ended up coming up through the ranks and becoming the CEOs of these companies. And as CEOs, these chemists, these physicists, these engineers recognized the importance of fundamental research and development to developing the new technology that was going to be the products in the new technology 10, 20 years down the road. So again, starting maybe 30 years ago or so, there began to be a shift in the leadership and the management of large corporations. And rather than scientists and engineers that came up through the ranks, these typically were people that had come through business schools, right? Or perhaps they were salesmen, MBAs, things like this, okay? And these folks came up through the ranks, and when they rose to the helm of these large corporations, they didn't always bring with them an appreciation for the importance of fundamental research and fundamental development in terms of maintaining leadership, technological leadership. The prevalent attitude these days is, if we want new technology for our company to sell, we're going to go out and buy it from somewhere. We're not going to invest money into developing technology. We're going to go out and buy it somewhere, okay? Well, that works great as long as the technology is out there to buy, right? But again, the federal government began to recognize that with this loss of investment in fundamental research by large corporations, where's the technology going to come from, right? And this was recognized as a liability in terms of maintaining the United States leadership in science and technology. So the government stepped in and started the Small Business Innovation Research Program, recognizing that a lot of the exciting technology development would likely come from small entrepreneurial companies that were typically underfunded and may not have the financial wherewithal to do the sorts of technology development that was needed to be done. And the SBIR program has filled that void. This is fundamentally, it's the government's program to fund high-risk, high-reward research in small companies such as Brighton Science. So we became aware of the SBIR program, which the SBIR program, by the way, dates back to about 1982. And at Brighton Science, we became aware of this program really when we were just getting started, right around the mid to late 90s. And at that point, we were developing some environmentally friendly gas phase coating technology to create corrosion protecting films on metals. This was a technology that doesn't generate wastewater, for example. And we approached the Environmental Protection Agency under their SBIR program, and they were quite happy to fund it. We worked on this technology for a couple of years. We went through a phase 1 and a phase 2 SBIR program to help us fund the kind of work that we were interested in doing anyway in terms of technology development. At that point, we're very familiar with the SBIR program, and we continued to utilize this program over the next few years to do other sorts of technology development in areas as diverse as creating self-sterilizing surfaces on metal and plastic parts for surgical devices, creating environmentally friendly surface pretreatments for adhesive bonding of metals and coating of metals. And all of this support from the SBIR program provided us with the ability to grow, right? We began to hire some more people. We certainly were promoting our work at conferences and through publications and refereed journals. And we began to develop a bit of a reputation as a company that was doing high quality research. Around this time, we got some SBIR funding from the Air Force to develop sensor technology for establishing whether or not a surface had been prepared properly for adhesive bonding or coating. And this technology resulted in the development of the Surface Analyst line of products, which we currently manufacture. And this was a very exciting SBIR-funded research for us because, frankly, it was the first project that we worked on where we had companies calling us up before the project was completed, asking us when we were going to have this sort of measurement instrumentation available for purchase. It was very exciting to us. And we have very successfully commercialized this technology. And as a result, we've become somewhat of a poster child for the SBIR program, right? The Air Force in particular likes to use us as an example of a company that took their funding and has developed technology that is not only useful to the Air Force and has been commercialized widely through the Air Force, but it has touched every manufacturing industry in the United States, including all the way from consumer products, microelectronics, medical device manufacture, aerospace, automobile manufacture. Right? So in a way, this was a truly successful SBIR project in that while developing a focused area of technology for one particular branch of government, it has managed to affect and improve manufacturing in every industry in the United States.